Hey guys, I decided to make a video on how I improved on OSU the past 2.5 years. So let's get started. So before I knew what OSU was 2.5 years ago, I used to watch this guy named AlexPain24 for his Geometry Dash videos. I wanted to see more of his Geometry Dash plays, so I scrolled down his user page, and then one thing I saw was this, and I was like, whoa, what is this? I saw this and I was like, whoa, I want to get good as this guy too. This seems awesome. I want to play this game. So I checked it out and downloaded the game. So fast forward 1 month and I was finally using ZNX. But then the problem was I was using an Apple keyboard and an Apple mouse. That was one of the most uncomfortable experiences of my life. I had like cut marks on my pinky just because the Apple mouse is so rigid. It was like super uncomfortable. I also didn't know what PP or FC was, so I just went around playing bunch of maps, passing them, and trying to get an S or over 90% because my accuracy was just completely bad. The one good thing I did though was play many things on hard rock. That made the circles smaller and the approach rate faster, so it kind of prepared me for the future. So after around 4 or 5 months, I started to learn what FC was. I started to get used to the game mechanics of OSU, and that's also when I started to learn of the existence of a tablet, and I was really interested. So after a trip from Japan, I bought an Intuos tablet, and I used it, and I saw instant improvement. It was just way easier with a tablet. That's probably because I was using an Apple mouse, and that thing was wireless, and the latency and everything was just bad on that thing. So after around half a year of playing OSU, I finally learned what PP was. I also finally learned how to dim the background and make the gameplay overall easier. I also started to use more simplistic skins so I can play more consistently. Around 9 months of playing OSU, 2015 was coming to an end, and I met a friend. His name is Josh. His IGN is XRageki and like talking to him taught me many things. For one, he told me that my cursor movement was rigid, and like I really didn't notice until he told me that. But then my playstyle kind of looked like Doomsday's snappy cursor movement. He also told me that my accuracy was like crap. Yeah, I was getting like 96% and 97%. I was really happy with it, and then I looked at him and he was getting like 99%, 98%. he was like, your accuracy's bad, you gotta work on that. So that's when I started to take in what he was saying. It's also when I hit 50K, so well, that was good. After 11 months or a year of playing Osu, I started to concentrate more on accuracy, and I also took interest in skinning. So I made my own skin and I tried it and I liked it, so I used that skin for a while. But as you can see, I'm also using a mechanical keyboard. That I guess that helped. I mean, it wasn't as a big of an impact from mouse to tablet, but then a mechanical keyboard was like there was like a end to it. When you press down on the keys, you can just feel like a definite end to it. On a membrane keyboard, it feels like it's trying to bounce back at you, which I really didn't like. But then the mechanical keyboard, like when you just press down, you just can feel like there's a ground to it, there's a bottom end to it. So after a year has definitely passed, I was actually relatively doing well on Osu. I was improving at a fast rate. I was spinning a bunch of PP plays now and then. And this is a map that I did. It was one of the first maps I did that was over 5.5 stars. I got 195 BP on it, and I was in the top 1,000, and I think I'm still in the top 1,000 for that map. Like, wow. I was actually seeing some improvement. But then the Dark Ages began. It was at around May of 2016. It was around 1 year and 2 months of playing Osu that I started to plateau. It was like the first plateau I've ever had. I was around 15K and I had 3 200 PP plays, but then I was PP farming 180 PP maps. That's how desperate I was. I was just trying to get a bunch of 180 PP maps. I wasn't even aiming for higher. I was trying to just gain ranks. It was pathetic. So what's even worse is that I went to Japan. Hey, going to Japan was fun and all, but then like when I came back, like my skill has significantly dropped. I couldn't do any 180 PP plays. I was doing a bunch of 150, and it was a dark age for me. And the funny thing is, after a month around July, was it? Yeah, it was around July. I decided to get a new tablet. I have no idea why I decided to get a new tablet. I mean, I was already like doing bad, but then like changing tablets, and a cheaper one too. I got a cheaper tablet, and actually I have a good reason for that. It was because like my tablet was freezing randomly. I really hated that, but then after I got the new tablet, that problem went away, so that's good. But you know, like, why would I trade it for a cheaper tablet, you know? What's even funnier is that just when I got it, I was raging so much that I smashed the pen to the table and I broke the pen. Great, so I had to wait to get a new one. As August approached, I slowly got out of my slump, and this is one of the plays I made at that time. It was a really good play at that time. I mean, I was in a slump, so yeah. Oh yeah, and I also reached 4,000 PP, so that's pretty good.
神です。
仏です。
女の子が死んでいるね。
いらないからあげる。
俺もいらない。
元の場所に返しとこう。
そうしよう。
August 29th, 2016, that will be around a year and 5 months since I started hosting. That was a really special day for me. I mean, I made so many top plays that day that were like all 230, 220, 210 PP plays. I was like, oh my god. I actually cried that day. Like the first time I got like the 230 PP play, I cried. I was like really happy for getting that score. It's been a long time since I got out of my slump, and in just one day I improved by like around 2k 1k. It was so good. Oh my god, that day was just great. the end of the year was coming. It was around November, and I started to take interest in technical mapping, so I did some technical maps, and wow, they seemed super cool to see when I first saw them. So I did some maps, and I got this one score. This score, there was like a one slider break. It was such an easy jump, yet I got a slider break on it. Yet I think it's a pretty good play. So yeah, check it out. After a trip to Japan in December, I came back on January 2017, and my skills didn't drop as much as last time. It's probably because I was enjoying the game, but who cares about that? Anyway, so this play was the first play that was over 250 PP. It was a 281 PP play. It was a choke too, so I was like so angry. But then, you know, this is a long map, so I was pretty proud of what I did, even though that one note at the end just screwed me up. This is a long song, so I'm not gonna play through the whole thing, but yeah, it was a pretty impressive play for me. The second year of playing Osu has ended, and I was pretty happy with the state I was in. I was enjoying the game, and I was improving moderately. And something special also happened, which was I switched to PC. I used to be on a Mac for like the longest time, and on March, before my birthday, I think, yeah, I switched to PC. It was kind of hard to get used to it, especially like the time I have to tap on the keyboard, because on the Mac for some reason like the tap registered a lot later. So like when I played on PC and I tapped too early, so I had to like adjust to it, which took like a week or so. But then it didn't take that long for me to get a good play. 2 years and 3 months have passed, and it was May 2017, which was the first time I made a 300 PP play. It was like incredible. It's actually 299 point like something, but then who cares? It's a 300 PP play. That's what I call a 300 PP play. It's like Cookie Z's Freedom Dive. It's actually 799 PP, but who cares? We just call it an 800 PP play. So it was a map that I already FC'd, but I got a higher accuracy and I played it on HD. But I didn't FC it this time. It was a slider break right at the end. I keep on choking recently. I really don't know why, but I choke on long maps. After that, nothing interesting really happened. I guess I started playing easy a little bit, but that's about it. I also realized that my top PP plays were mostly long maps, long no-mod maps that 3 or 4 minutes long. I still play some DT, some HD, some HR, a very small amount of HR, bit of easy, but then my PP comes from those long maps. Right now it's around 2 years and 4 or 5 months since I started, and what I'm doing is mapping. I always liked mapping, and this time I'm actually wanting to rank this map. It's still a work in progress, but check it out if you can. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And I'm not really sure if I'm gonna ever do videos like this anymore, because it takes a long time to make and edit, but you know, really doesn't matter.